Today we're going to have a little chat about basically being a bit time poor and how to get the most out of your training through your Monday to Sunday and the months that lead up to one of your key races of the season. Since I've become, well, I'm 40 next month and I'm alright with that, by the way. 39 at the minute. Next month, back end of Feb, I'll be 40. I've got a kid, he's 16 months old, he's fantastic, I love him to bits obviously. I've got a wife and I've got a dog. Things are pretty busy at the minute, but things are working out from an exercise point of view. I still managed, I didn't think I would, still managed to get some triathlons under my belt, got quite a lot of runs under my belt, big fella runs as well. And this video is about how I did it, what's been successful, what I've learned from it, and little hints and tips if you're in the same position as me and you've not quite mastered it yet, or you're about to embark into this kind of new lifestyle. If your partner's pregnant and you've bought a dog at the same time, because that's exactly what we did. We had a dog a puppy for a week, and then 5 days later, the old test revealed we had another tribe member on the way. Stay tuned and let's have a look at how you can get the best out of this video and the time that you've got. My first tip to you is, again, apologies for pointing out the obvious, but sometimes this is required. It doesn't mean you're doing it, is that look at your weekly schedule. How's it looking? Not just your weekly schedule, but your monthly schedule as well. What's going on? If you're anything like me, I like to do roughly a good 90% the same thing from Monday to Friday. And I'm not talking about training here. I'm talking about seeing clients, going shopping, blah, blah, blah. I like a bit of routine because that way stuff gets done. Comes to Saturday and Sunday, it may differ a bit. We may go see some friends, we may go stay over somewhere for a couple of nights. That can be a bit different. Again, if you know that month's ahead, you can plan ahead as well. So my first tip is have a look at your weekly schedule, your monthly schedule, and see where you can realistically, I'll emphasize that word, realistically, can you get some training in that you're not going to be rushed doing it, and at the same time, you're not going to piss any family members off. That's your first point. Look at that weekly schedule. Leading on from that weekly and monthly schedule comments I've just made there, make sure your partner has got time to do their stuff as well. They might be similar to you, with similar interests, running, swimming, biking, whatever it is. Make sure they've got time to do it, because that's a relationship. That's a good relationship. I'm no marriage counsellor, but obviously by any stretch of the imagination, but let your partner decompress as well. That's only going to help you in the long term, so you can continue to do what you do within your weeks and months to come. Have a good old chit chat and get organised that way too. And that's exactly what happens when new clientele come my way. When we get them on Training Peaks, before any of that, we have a chat. Video call, and we find out who they are, what they're about, what they do for a living, and we map out the first few weeks of training so they're successful with that, and then long term after that. And things can chop and change, but we realistically need to find the time throughout the days and weeks to get the training done. Otherwise it is a waste of time. And if it isn't quite working, and I can see on Training Peaks whether they've done the sessions or not, after a couple of weeks and they're not quite hitting the percentage that I'm happy with, then we have another chat and we make things work and we get it sussed. Have some kind of calendar. I use Training Peaks personally and with clientele, and it works really, really well. I've got it on the laptop, and you can get it on the phone with the training app too. And once you've mapped out what you're doing from Monday to Sunday, let's make it happen. And I don't know about you, if you're watching this and you're thinking, yeah, I can relate to that. These sessions happen for me now. Before, when I was about to hit 30, when I was more into rugby, I'll be honest, back then, but with 31, 32, 33, I had all the time in the world to get the training done. That doesn't mean it happened. Now, every session counts. The sessions are getting done. The only reason why I can't get a session done is whether horrifically poorly, which is very rare. It's not down to injury. I've not been injured for, 4 or 5 years now. Mastered that side of the training, but I found that every session happens. One of my most grueling sessions to date over the last kind of 6 weeks happens on a Friday night. Never in a month of Sundays would have done that 10 years ago. But now I'm like, Friday night, it's my time. I've got an hour and a half maximum. That includes getting there, doing the session and getting back. And it happens. And I've not skipped a session yet. Get the planner organised, and these sessions have to count. So you need to know what's an easy day, if you've got some tempo training in there, or whether you've got some thresholds or even VO2 max sessions. Make sure you got the balance right. And again, having a coach can help out with all that programming and planning. I'm being a little bit more time poor these days. What I've really found useful, and full credit to Mrs. Spencer for this one, is getting a joint calendar. Again, apologies for pointing out any obvious recommendations here, but it's really helped us. I am Mr. Double Book. I've double booked races with stag do's, holidays, you name it, I've double booked it. Not now, my friends. There's a joint calendar in there. I think it's called Time Tree that we use, a nice little fancy app. But I'll look at that before I even contemplate looking at a race, and I'll also verbalise it with the missus as well. Two things there. Look at the joint calendar and have a chat. You can turn up to the race without double booking. Another thing that's really helped me do well with this time poor kind of calendar that I've got going on is that I've really zoned into my recovery methods. I don't know whether it's really called methods. It's basically going to bed on time. Now, something we all do is sleep or being well. And now, obviously, with the young lad being, as I speak, he's 16 months old, he's sleeping a little bit better. And that's down to, without digressing too much, we've tried a new sleeping method called Ferber's method, which is like a self-soothing kind of thing. And it's worked well. He is 10 days in and he's woken up a couple of times, but he's gone down really easy. Before that, he was waking up 2-3 times a night, driving the missus crazy. I'm also getting disturbed sleep there as well. But before all that, when all that was going on, we made sure we went to bed on time. Watching TV, I'm clock watching, it gets to like 9:30 at night. I'm thinking, it's let's start going upstairs, and then we can get at least, as much sleep as humanly possible within that, because as you know, if you've been a parent, they can get up at all kinds of times of the night, and then up for good at around 5:30, 6 a.m. is often the case with us. Getting to bed on time is one training method, and focusing also on nutrition. And my biggest player with this is really reducing alcohol content. Not that I had a problem with alcohol, but now when I go out on a night, which, you know what, I think I can count on one hand how many times that's happened over the last 16 months. But we would change nighttime drinking to daytime drinking, but not get pissed with it. We'd have 2, 3, at a stretch 4 drinks, enjoy it while it lasts, and then it's got enough time to get out of the system so you can sleep properly with that. There's definitely no benders. Reducing alcohol content has really helped with us on that one. But also with nutrient-dense foods has helped too. Getting plenty of greenery in, fresh foods, cooking from home. We're self-employed, so we often take food into the workplace, which anyone can do at the end of the day. It doesn't mean if you're self-employed, it doesn't mean you're not exempt to it or it's not possible. That's available to everyone there. And that's really helped me with recovery. So really focusing on more of your recovery, because when you exercise, you stress the body, and you don't adapt to the exercise until you've actually rested, and that's when you get the benefits, as you well know. And all of the above there, what I've mentioned, looking at weekly schedule and getting organised, getting a bit of routine through your weeks and doing the same thing during your working days, have a bit of flexibility within the weekends. I track stuff on Training Peaks, so I know what's coming up with myself and also clientele. Every session counts when I get them done, and when I write them down, they happen. The joint calendar, that helps with communicating with my partner, and more recovery methods and sticking to them as well. And this has all helped me. I've never been as fast as I am now when it comes to running. I've hit my 10-kilometer race PB. I've beaten that. I'm very confident, and I'll shout about it when I do, my 5K. I'm going to PB in that in a couple of weeks' time. And a week after that, I will also PB in a half marathon distance. I'm confident with this. My body weight in terms of fat percentage has come down. It's really given me this kind of disciplined approach, and those are the things that have helped me. And if you think you've gone a bit wayward with life and you feel it's upside down a little bit, try these methods. They've worked for me, but I can't guarantee they'd work for you. And if you do require and you feel you need a bit of structure, a bit of accountability within your coaching, whether you're a runner or whether you're a triathlete or duathlete, reach out to me. I can help you, whether you want to message me here on this platform that you're watching it on, Or if you ever go over to Instagram, you'll find me on Spencer's Triathlon Coaching. Give me a direct message or even the website, fill in the form, we'll get in touch with you, and I'll be honest, whether I can help you or not. I can't help everyone. I've turned people away that aren't a good fit, but if you think you're getting the good vibes from me, reach out. I'm sure we can make things work.